Good morning, and once again welcome to the Counselor Education Program of Hope Family Resources. Today's topic is the book by Dr. Conrad Baars entitled Born Only Once, discussing the phenomenon of the deprivation, or sometimes called frustration neurosis. Again, we will proceed with a question and answer format.
Mr. McDonald, what is the significance in the book title?
I'd like to begin answering that question in somewhat an unusual way, because the question is a very profound one and very involved one, and it's a difficult concept to grasp. And sometimes the best way to understand a concept is through works of art. So I'd like to read to you a poem by the American poet Donald Justice, which deals with what we're talking about today. It's called The Missing Person. He has come to report himself a missing person. The authorities hand him the forms. He knows how they have waited with the learned patience of barbers in small shops, idle, stropping their razors. But now that these spaces in his life stare up at him blankly, waiting to be filled in, he does not know how to begin. Afraid that he may not answer to his description of himself, he asks for a mirror. They reassure him that he can be nowhere but wherever he finds himself. From moment to moment, which, for the moment, is here. And he might like to believe them, but in the mirror he sees what is missing. It is himself. He sees there emerging slowly, as from the dark of a furnished room, only by darkness, one who receives no mail, and is known to the landlady only for keeping himself to himself, and for whom it will be years yet before he can trust to the light, this last disguise, himself. I think this poem captures the experience of the deprivation neurosis and what Baars is trying to get at in the title Born Only Once. For when the deprivation neurotic looks into the mirror, he sees himself in body, and yet he has a sense of absence, a lack of personal identity, a lack of self-possession. He does not know who he is. He feels like a shell, an empty shell, hollow and longing. When we are born physically, and we wait for a second birth, a psychological birth, a birth that can only be given to us by another, a gift freely given, where we feel ourselves as being good, true, and beautiful, a child of God with dignity. It is this lack of second birth, this psychological birth, that causes so much pain in the lives of millions of people every day.